Hey, you guys, this is Erico, and I am back again. Hope you guys are doing well. We're almost at the weekend. Yay! Because this week has been so hard. I mean, just think about like people that are working, people that are in school. Always find joy in the weekend. So let's talk about Japan and this subculture called being an otaku. There are different types of otaku, and I didn't know. I thought otaku was just an otaku. That's it. But apparently, there's actually different fractions and different interests in the otaku landscape. So I have my phone here. We're gonna look and see, what type of otaku there are and the top type of otaku. So I'm thinking like this must mean like your top tier depending on the money that you spend. And oh god, we know the obsessiveness is real. I mean, all of these different people that are just such huge fans of their love interest to the point that they slobber and they have dreams and slobber in their sleep, and it's just like, but yeah, there's actually a list. And number one is drum roll, anime otaku. And they spend 6.85 million a year. On what? On streaming? On actual like Blu-rays, HD, merchandise? I want to say this is merchandise, right? Because there's a lot of people. There's still people that don't even they don't even pay to watch anime. I don't approve of that, but there are people that do. But I'm guessing they mean like the pillows, the posters, the figurines, the life-size dolls and pushies and all the things that you can get. I always found it really interesting because people so just obsessed that they go all out with it. And have you seen some of these people's rooms?
28歳独身究極のオタク部屋がこちら。まずは玄関から廊下にかけてがこんな感じ。寝室はぐるーっと一周タペストリーまみれでございます。そしてリビングがこちら。ぐるーっとフィギュアばっかり。等身大。そしてこれがお気に入りのフィギュアケースで奥さんでございます。部屋紹介ロングバージョンはコメント欄に URL 載せてますんで、気になる方は見たまえ。
We talking about it's like 100% in Japan, but it's all across the world too, where people have their favorite character to the point they feel like they're dating them. That's their wife. You can't say nothing about their favorite female character. Same thing, females have their favorite male characters, and it's plastered all over the room. And I'm just like, all of these posters are looking at me. But yeah, I mean, wow. That's amazing. I buy some figurines. I do have some posters. And I do like to collect like box sets of anime. But that's about it. I'm actually sad to say that I don't keep up with like the newer stuff the way that I feel like I should, because I do feel like I miss out on a lot. But there are people that are like, subscribe to streaming services and they're up on like everything that's new. I'm not. Like, it's like a diverge from like manga to anime for me. I love how like the Japanese pronunciation is coming out. So the second one is manga with 6.48 million. That's not too far behind. Now, I would feel like I'm in this group because I do collect a whole lot of manga. And it's just my thing. Like, I can go to a bookstore and clean up. I like all genres, all different types. I've said this multiple times. You all should know like what's about to come out of my mouth. I love the art. I'm an art junkie all the time. I love it. I know I'm still like story first, but like I love art. Like I love it when it looks pretty. I love when the cover catches my eye. And then I look at the back and I'm like, ooh, what is this? I love going to bookstores and like finding series that I don't know about either. And just like going on my phone and looking on Google and looking at like the ratings and all of that and being like, should I buy this? Should I not buy this? But yeah, people that live all around the world, bookstore memberships go a long way. Especially when you love manga. Invest in that membership. Because you will save some money, especially if you go in there like I do and you buy like multiple ones at one time. Get that membership at that bookstore. I mean it. Advice. The next one is digital game otaku. Like the phone, computer. I don't know too much about this. I mean, I have a PlayStation. I have a Nintendo Switch. I like handheld games. I'm not really a digital person. I'm more like physical still. I don't really do digital, but there are people that do that. I always wondered how like that whole digital console gaming thing works, where you just, I guess you just download from the internet. I don't know. I just like the feel of having stuff in my hand. Like, you know, if internet go down and people are like, oh my god, all the money I spent on the digital stuff, and it gets deleted. You know, I think about stuff like that where I'm just like, I still want to like have some security, you know? Idol otaku.
So that's an idol girl in the otaku fan. He's like copying completely. Oh my god, he's so good at dancing. Even she's laughing right now. The idol was laughing.
This is a big one, especially for Japan. Oh my goodness. They're brainwashed. They are a brainwashed group of men that buy anything that from their group that they support. Oh, when I tell you that they go all out buying everything, posters, those high touch events, they are there and they are devoted and they are supportive. And it's good. It's kind of funny, and then it's kind of borderline scary, and then it's like that scary obsessiveness that is there, where it's like drool, like I will do whatever you want, like you belong to us, like you're not supposed to have any type of boyfriend or any type of like relationship outside of us, like you're basically married to us. So, you know, it's extreme. To me, it's very, very, very extreme. But to like see all those groups of people with the light sticks too, and them just being supportive, I think like as far as them supporting the artist itself is cool, but a lot of them can be kind of obsessive. And this also goes back to like the whole product placement and then buying everything as far as like all the merchandise. So to see that this type of otaku is in the top 10 is not surprising to me at all. Then we have light novel. This is actually a thing. Wouldn't that go in? That would go like with manga though, to me. Like manga and like light novel like this, to me. It's kind of like the same thing. Figurines. Ooh. There are so many stores all around the world for anime figurines, and they're expensive. Like, especially the ones that look really good. You could spend thousands and thousands of dollars on figurines. If that's like really your thing, I know people who will see figurines and like, I gotta save up. I have to go and buy it. Then you can get figurines that look cool that are only like maybe $30. I've done that. Or maybe like $25. And it's doable. I mean, I think it's good to have, like, if you're into anime and you want to show that love somewhere on your desk or somewhere in your house, do that. It can be very expensive though, because there are people that like really are collectors. There are people that are really, really into collecting anime figurines. And this is another thing that I'm so mind blown and just so amazed by how you look at some of the rooms and how it's set up. It's so well done. It's so coordinated. Like, I'm just like, oh, I'm so happy to be an anime fan, because it takes thought. It takes creativity to put that together in your house. And I think it's just wonderful. Like, it's a hint of an artistic mind to me. And I like it. I really like it. What is this? Dochishi? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Is that some type of like fetish? What is that? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Okay. Plastic models. So the plastic models, that's number 8. Those are the ones that you build, you put together. There's another one. You gotta be very patient, very artistic. I bought some Gundam plastic models back when I was very young, and not knowing really what it was, opening it up and instantly giving up. Because it's like, you gotta paint it, you have to really like put dedication into putting it together, and it wasn't for me. I looked at the pretty picture and wanted it, bought it, and it was a waste of money because I just threw the parts all over the place. But there are people, like adults, that take time to really build it, and when it's done, it's so beautiful. It looks like the picture. They put it up in their room. They have like all these different plastic models that show dedication and how they're able to sit and do that. And it's just like, you need to go and just be in art school or do this for a living, because there are a lot of people that probably would like you to build something for them as far as like some plastic model, because it's really amazing. I don't know what Seiyu is either. All of these sound like fetishes. The ones that are like Japanese words sound like fetishes. I'm sorry. Bring out the bondage. They have a Disney one. Oh, and that's number 10. That's the last one. And that's with 77 million. That's cute, but Disney is huge. I was not prepared for how huge Disney actually was in Japan, but it is. I mean, anytime like the live action Little Mermaid did very well there, and it's because of just the Disney fanfare and the love that Japanese people actually have for Disney and their stories. And I think it's cool. Disney has like a certain mood and vibe about it to me, where it reminds you of your childhood, and there's that warmth and that reminiscence of your childhood. I have not been in a Disney store in forever. I haven't like really partaken in too much Disney, except for like some of the live action movies. I know we're getting like a Mufasa live action movie pretty soon. And I know Disney is pretty much cranking out like remakes. But like when I was younger, I was really big on the movies, especially like the VHS. I'm showing my age, and I really shouldn't. I shouldn't forget I said that. I don't know anything about VHSs. I don't. No, I was not a child when VHSs were out. I know some of y'all like, we don't even know what that is. What is a VHS? I only know DVDs. Like, who are you? What era are you from? You old hag. To see the otaku landscape and seeing that there's actually so many different interests, to the point that they have to divide it and there's like a whole list and different positions, is amazing. I think it's amazing. It also ties into like this whole stereotype, I think, of how people feel like otaku are and how they look and what aspects of life they come from. A lot of people think that like otaku are fat, out of shape, people that are socially awkward that just stay in their room all day, and that's not actually always the case. You don't really know who an otaku actually is until you talk to them, or you see some type of sign that they're really into anime. I am someone who goes out in public, and unless I find someone that's really into anime like I am, I don't really talk too much about anime. And it's mostly because it's just like I don't feel like I should be wasting my time talking about my passion if the person I'm talking to is not interested. But there are a lot of people that are not fat, are not out of shape, are not sweaty, are not weird. I feel like Asian men in general make glasses look good. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like glasses are in style. I don't think like glasses equal nerd, but I don't think that nerd equals uncool either. But there are a lot of people that are attractive, that fit into the standards of high society, that would be considered like top of the crop, that are into anime, that like collecting figurines, that do have posters all in their room, that are into anime soundtrack, that are into J-pop, K-pop, watching anime. There are girls in my community, the black community, that would be considered baddies, that love anime. I mean, look at Megan Thee Stallion. Before Megan Thee Stallion, there was Nicki Minaj that also came out and said that she loved anime. So it's not something that I feel like should be seen through a telescope. I do feel like sometimes, especially like in Japanese society, it's sad. Like there was even an anime that was made where there was literally a female that was hiding the fact that she had love for a certain type of anime just because of how she felt that her peers would feel about her. And then we also have this whole idea, like when you see someone and they're like, oh yeah, I'm into this idol, and they have the light stick, and a lot of people that are like outside of it, like, oh my god, that's icky, that's so scary, that's weird. Like they're just weird people, and it's seen as like a fraction of Japanese society that's like, oh, they're different, or oh, they're weird, or oh, they're not like us. But then at the same time, it's kind of like it is a part of Japanese society. But to see kind of like the judgment sometimes, where it's like people are like, oh lord, they have their like anime crush on a car, or they have anime pillows in their room and an anime life-size doll of their favorite character. Now I will say, I think that when it gets to the point that you're treating your anime character like they're a real person, when you want to marry said fictional character, I am gonna be like, I might judge you a little bit, just a little bit. But to just have a passion for something, and to show that passion in the form of you decorating your room, or you collecting, or you cosplaying, I think it's a beautiful thing. I don't think you should ever let anyone make you feel less than because you have a burning passion for something. Because what's going to happen is that there's always going to be people out in the world that are not going to like you, or like maybe the things that you're into. But when you're upfront with your love for something, you're going to attract people that are also into that same interest as you. So always just be out and be yourself. You know, I have little things about myself that are out and are shown. Like I have a keychain right now that, you know, people will see sometimes, and it has Inuyasha on it. And, you know, some people are looking up and like, oh, he gotta be into anime somewhat. Like, yeah, you know, there's little things that people have on their backpacks, on their key holders, on their clothes. Females, males as well, where it's like, you know, this is my passion, this is something that I'm into. And I love, love, love to see it. Why? Because it's different. It's very different, and you should want to be different. You shouldn't want to always blend in with everyone else. Show your passions, because your passions are a part of who you are. And people will remember you and will see you as you. And sharing that love and interest and having a good time is never a bad thing. So you guys, this is a lot to think about. How do you feel about all of this? Happy otakuing, if that's even a thing. Follow on social media, mostly my Instagram. Also a blog, Nation Pop Culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real. And I will always be back. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.